everyone. So today we are going to study a very basic topic of physics, that is, what is an atom? Well, in this video we are going to study each and every basic thing about this topic. So, an atom is nothing but the smallest particle of a matter. And you may ask a very simple question again. What is a matter? Well, that's easy. Anything that has a mass and that occupies some space is called a matter. We know that an atom contains some charges. Well, we have proton as the positive charge and the electron as the negative charge. And we also have another kind of charge which is neutron. It is neutral, it doesn't have particular protons or electrons, it is just neutral. It's neither plus nor minus. Now one more very basic thing about an atom is that unlike charges, which are, let's suppose we have an electron, a negative charge and a positive charge which is a proton, then they would attract. Then unlike charges which are not same, they attract. And in the same case, when we have two same charges, for example, if we have a proton and another proton, or if we have an electron and another electron, they would not be willing to stay with each other, they would repel each other. And another fascinating point is that an atom is always neutral. Well, we can say an atom has numerous amount of electrons and protons in it, a numerous amount of charges in it, but still it is neutral in a basic case where it has not, until and unless it has not shunned or accepted any other electron. Why is it so? Why is an atom always neutral? Well, let me clear it out first. An atom is not always neutral, but in the most basic case, if we do not talk about any exception, in the most basic case, we have an atom which has charges, and in charges also, the charges electron and proton are in right proportion, they are equivalent to each other. For example, roughly we can say if we have 3 electrons, then we would have 3 protons in the atom. Why? Because an electron and one proton, one pair of an electron and a proton would cancel their effect. So if there are 3 electrons and 3 protons, they would cancel each other's effect, and then we would have a neutral atom. Here comes my favorite part, the exception. Well, in the exception, what would happen is that, let's suppose we rubbed two bodies against each other. What would happen is that their atoms would most likely lose their electron. Some of the atoms would lose one electron or one or two electrons, some electrons, and the other atom would gain some electrons. So by this gaining and losing of electron, what is happening over here is that the balance of the atom is getting disturbed. Now remember that example, 3 electrons and 3 protons one. Now in that same case, let's say we have 3 electrons and 3 protons, but we lost one. Now we have 2 electrons. Now 2 protons would cancel their pairs effect, but the other proton is now free. Now the atom would now be considered as positive because it has one number of proton more than the number of electron in it. In the case where the atom has gained one electron, what would happen is that the atom would become negative charged as it has more electron than neutron. So that's it for today. Hope you learned something from the lesson. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.